Welcome back, everyone. Let's talk about the heat heat map. So now we can see all the properties, right? When we actually zoomed in. Now let's just zoom out a little bit, and now you're gonna see all the all the properties that actually are pretty much gathering essence or ether. You're gonna see all the different, even like the different tile art. That some people make. This is one of mine here, but it doesn't really look like anything. If you look closer, um, I made a Tory gate, but in this format it looks kind of strange. But either way, we can still see where all the properties are being bought. This is Tokyo, by the way, and this is, I think, Shiba. I think it's Disneyland, right? It's one of a amusement park, I think. Maybe. Let's see. Yes, Tokyo Disneyland. So, yeah. So it's a good for you to see where people bought tiles in the world. So this is Japan. You can see all over Japan where people bought properties. This is Hokkaido. It's Tokyo. This is that Hiroshima right here. This is probably Kyoto. That's Kyoto right here. I think Hiroshima is much farther than that. Or maybe it's here. That's another one of them. You can see another park right here. So yeah, so it tells you pretty much where people bought. This is North Korea, South Korea. I think this is Taiwan right here. Indonesia, Australia. Yeah, so it gives you a good idea of where people bought. And the brighter the spot, the more dense, where people bought. So this could be, it looks like it's an organic city. We can check quickly if there's any structure to this. But it doesn't look, yeah, it's an organic city, so there's no structures really. Yeah, whole Europe. Look at that, everywhere. Greenland. Yeah. All the islands, we tend to buy a lot of islands enough too. Because the views are much better and you need access to the ocean. You can also buy ocean tiles. As you can see, there's some people who bought tiles. It looks like stars, but it's not. It's actually someone who bought a property. There you go. So this person bought in the middle of nowhere, the Jacks, in 2021. So yeah, if you want to get outpost here, you could do it. We're gonna have boats a little bit later, so it would be interesting to see how the oceans will be utilized by the players. Africa is pretty much surrounded, and sometimes the bigger dot means there's a mega city or is an organic city. It's hard to tell really, but we have most of the locations of. I think we have about 150 mega cities right now. Not all of them are actually active, but it's something that we're gonna be hopefully changing pretty soon. Wow, look at that! All the islands have been bought. That must be like small islands. Yeah, all the islands and volcanoes, that. See, that's a good one right here. Is it organic? Let's see. No, it's organic. I think you can tell by just clicking. Some people will have the name. Tahiti. Um, Special ether. Yeah, I don't know what that means. That's a C2 drop point. Okay. So yeah. So it's a good way to see where people are. So if you want to buy where no one is, it's a good way to be able to buy your land when there's not too much activity or when there's not too many towers around you. There's plus and minuses. Some countries like Russia is actually pretty expensive. Um, some of Africa are pretty cheaper, let's say, but there's still some high end. There's Madagascar right here. Even in the Antarctica, there's a few high spots here. And then we can't really buy the North Pole, obviously. I mean, you probably could buy it here on the edges. But yeah, so that's the heat map properties section. Now let's look at ether. So ether is going to be very similar, but the ether will tell you which property gathered ether in the last 24 hours. So it could tell you where the active properties and when they're not active. So you probably could overlay both and see, okay, so I see here, I see a dot here. I can still see it. So you probably have to zoom in and see which property, but they're pretty much similar. So most of the properties are gathering ether, meaning that they have a mentor. There's not as many inactive people as we think, enough to. But it would be nice to superimpose those images and see, but that pretty much tells you how much ether has been gathered every 24 hours. Now we have resources. Now resources sometimes work, sometimes doesn't, and hopefully it will work. So that was, I was looking for bauxite. Let's see. Let's try with something a little bit more common, like limestone. Oh, this is for claims. I think our resource map is not working today, but we used to be able to see resource maps. Let's go into maybe coal. Yeah, we don't see the resources anymore. That's a shame. But we used to be able to see that. No big deal. Let's look at prices now. Now prices. Let's see, where are the cheapest price per tile? So Queensland, Eastern Europe, some Africa, Indonesia, Antarctica. Let's go to Greenland. See how much is the tiles there. Let's look at the map to see if we can see the tiles. See how much are there. About 39 cents. Yeah, that's less than $1. That's not too bad. Queensland, Iceland. So yeah, that's pretty much. The heat map is good. I wish the resources would work, because that was a great way to find, rare resources and be able to buy tiles. But I guess we cannot get that to work today. No big deal. The claims is what we use to. Let's see. How can I demonstrate the claims? This is a property who has a claim. We don't have any claims right now. They all been cleared out. It just means that. So I made a website for Japan, and you'll be able to see where the mines are in Japan. So if we go to Hokkaido Sunru Mine, you can see that again it has gold and it has zinc, and then you could buy some tiles there, and then you can make a claim to Earth 2, and as long as it has this type of material and it's actually valid, and then they will give you zinc on that land. Now we can't really do that anymore. They're going to remove that program. It's been long enough, and we all claim that we everything we can do. Hopefully they will update this a little bit later. But either way, that's it. In the 3D view, let me just show you what 3D view is. Let's go to the interesting spot in Hokkaido. Let's click on 3D. So it just tells you what the rough estimation of the topology of region is, and so when you buy tiles you can actually see the tiles, and you could also see properties, but there's no properties here, I think. But yeah, it would tell you, how elevated or not a region is. So it's very taxing on your computer. So I would just do this sparely. But yeah, it's a good way. Actually, there were some tiles right here. So right, well, I hope this helps. The map is very important. This is what we used for 4 years to buy tiles in F2, and we definitely use it a lot and spend a lot of time here. So but yeah, I think next we're gonna be starting to buy land, so it's gonna be exciting. I hope this helps.